Hello and welcome to today's video. This is going to be my 2024 bookshelf tour. It is the 26th of January as I'm recording this, and I'm just going to be showing you exactly how all my bookshelves look at this exact point. But yeah, this is my 2024 bookshelf tour. I've got all of the systems in place, everything set up. I don't plan on doing anything to my bookshelves this year unless I run out of space, honestly. So yeah, this is just bookshelf tour. I do one of these every year, and I do think it's nice to like see the difference in, especially when I look at some of my first ones and I'm like, oh my god, I've got so many books now. But also I've really got like the things in place to know where everything is. Like, this might look a mess to some people, but it makes sense to me, and that's what's important. So in the video I'm going to be talking you through the TBR shelves, which are the ones behind me. I've got a handful of books up on a shelf up there. I've got a handful of books in the kitchen and a handful of books in the living room, so I'll also show you those. Then we'll go to the bedroom and I will show you the bookshelves in there, which are my red shelves, but also I do have a few books on my bedside table that I keep, which are like my immediate to read books. So yeah, overall that's what we're going to be looking at, and I'll just take you through it. Honestly, like, this is chill, this is easy, this is nice, and yeah, I hope you like the bookshelves. So, as I said, these ones behind me are my TBR shelves, and I guess we should talk about them first. But first of all, over here, just sat on the floor, this is my pile of books that I want to read in February. So I just haven't moved them downstairs yet because it's not February, and sometimes I get a bit too excited if I move the books for the next month down to the bedside table and start reading them early rather than finishing the previous month's TBR. So yeah, those just stay basically in a pile on the floor until it's time to move them down. Then I also do, down this side of the bookcase, have a pile of books which are my unhaul books. Basically these are all books that I've either DNF'd or did not enjoy, so they're just stay in a pile down in that corner, and once the pile gets to about here I make a video of a book unhaul, and then I actually unhaul them, either putting them on Vinted or giving them to charity shops. Or we do actually have some free little libraries around by us, so sometimes we do a little free little library day as well. But yeah, that is it. Let's talk about the actual TBR shelves. So these are the shelves. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves, and then I also use the top of it, and these are in a little corner by the stairs in my office, and there is also a window up there, and Geoff is coming to help. You helping? What do you want? You want a toy? This is Jeffrey Bigfluff. He is one of my 2 cats, and we've just opened a new toy for him, so he's going to sort out that toy whilst I show you the shelves up close. So these are the shelves, kind of, I'm sat right in front of my desk now. Oh hello, the little boy's here as well. This is Jafar, he's the other cat. There's the toy here. You want the toy? But yeah, I'm sat right in front of my desk. My desk is right behind me, and these are the shelves, kind of how I see them every day. If we get closer, all of this, all of this, all of this, and all of this are my fantasy shelves. Those are all my fantasy books. There's a few that are not fantasy. For instance, I've spotted these 2 right here, not fantasy. But overall, that's like how they are organised. On the top we have historical fiction, horror or horror-esque, and ones that don't fit anywhere else. That's kind of the yeah, that pile's organised like that. And then on the top over here we have mystery, thriller, suspense, anything in that kind of genre goes over on the top there. And then if we move down, these are my priority books. So this top shelf here started off as my 24 books to read in 2024. However, as I've read some of them, I've just been putting other books on that are priority. And as you can see by all the shelves, I do not have enough space, but I am determined to get these shelves down to having like just 1 row of books each. So we're not getting any new shelves. But yeah, I have double stacked, so all of the books on this top shelf are basically just priority books. They're ones that, like, if I don't get to this year, I'd be very upset about. So yeah, and then moving down, we've got some non-fictions in the front here, but then behind the non-fictions and kind of to this side, we've got anything that just reads, or I think will read, just like normal fiction, like no other genre, just like classic fiction. There's nothing else to it. And then if we go down another shelf, this is sci-fi, dystopian, sci-fi-esque. There might be a few there that don't fit properly, but that is the basics of it. And then down one more shelf, this is, well, a sci-fi, some more non-fiction, quite a bit of non-fiction here. And then classics, which I am going to do a project with all my classics soon. I'm just going to do a try first chapter tag of all my classics. It turns out I have a lot and I just don't think I'll like that many of them. So yeah, that is all classics. And if we zoom out, this is the shelves from the corner of the room. So yeah, overall very good. You will also spot a bookshelf over there. That is Jay's bookshelf, so I won't be talking about that. If you'd like Jay to do a video about his bookshelves, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, and then one of the random piles of books that I've got is this pile here. These are all of the Sherlock Holmes books that I've collected. I don't really have anywhere else for them, so for right now they just sit here, which is a shelf above my desk. So yeah, that's them sat there. Those are the only other books I have up in the office. Then another random pile of books that I've got in like the DIY area in the kitchen is this pile here. There is no rhyme or reason. They are all classics and they're all in pretty bad condition. There's no reason for them to be here, but they've lived here for a couple of years now, so they're just kind of there. Honestly, I feel like all of these ones I would just like to get better editions of. I feel like at some point I'm going to have to just like get rid of them, and if I want to read them I'll get better editions. But this one here is not the best edition. I think I'd be too scared to read it, but it's signed by the author, so I don't really know what to do with this one because I don't think I'll read it, and like I don't have any attachment to it because I haven't read it. But yeah, that is that pile there. Now to the living room. Okay, and then this is my pile of books in the living room, which is essentially just my pretty looking classics. I also haven't read any of these, so yeah, I do need to read them, and I probably do need to take them up to the office, to be honest, because that's where I would make my TBRs, so I never think about them when I'm making my TBRs, and I definitely probably should. But yeah, these are just all my classic books that I've got in pretty editions. I have not paid more than £2 for any of these. These are all charity shop finds, and yeah, I really like them. I really like the look of them, but I own them because they were just as cheap as getting like a normal edition. Like I haven't gone out my way to find special pretty editions of these, but I really like the look of them. So yeah, as I said, classics project coming soon. Hopefully I actually think I'll like most of these because I would like to keep them, but there's no point for me to keep books that I'm not going to like or not going to read, so I guess we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. And then in the living room there is also some more books on a bookshelf over there, but again those are Jay's. Then in terms of books in the bedroom, I've got a few on my bedside table, and this is my main bookshelf space. But what I feel like is probably unknown is if I come into my bedroom and face the other way, I've managed to hide another bookcase behind the door. So there is an entire another bookcase hidden behind the door, just because, you know, that's plenty of space to get past. So yeah, whole other bookcase here as well. So before I show you the proper bookcase in the bedroom, these are the 3 books that are left on my TBR for the month that I'd like to read. Don't know if I will. None of these are like on my official TBR. The only official TBR book I've got left for January is on my Kindle, so that's on the bed. And then I've also been setting up, there we go, I've also been setting up all of my tabs for Grayson because this is a book club pick for Q1. So I've been setting that up to make sure when I'm ready to pick it up, I've got it all here set up, ready. So yeah. Okay, let's do this bookcase first because it is probably like my most unknown about bookcase. This doesn't get featured anywhere except for in this video. So right at the top we've got my contemporary fiction books that I've read. These are a variety, most of them are just normal contemporary. There's a couple of romance, there's a couple more emotional ones, there's a couple that are like spoken word. So yeah, that's just the variety of ones that I've kept. I don't keep many because I don't like many, but all of these I've read and I've liked and I've wanted to keep. Then moving down, this is my memoir shelves. These are all the memoirs I've read. Again, I only keep the ones that I like, and I do think I'll be getting rid of this one in my next purge because I didn't enjoy it, and the more I think about it, the more I realise I didn't enjoy it. And just because I'm keeping Michelle Obama's memoir, because that was like 5 stars amazing, doesn't mean I need to keep this one. So moving down again, this shelf here is my mystery shelf. Yeah, I think these are all mysteries. I don't think there's any thrillers. Yeah, all mysteries. So we've got the Thursday Murder Club, Paper Towns, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, 13 Reasons Why, which honestly I think if I read it now I think it is shit, but memory wise, like it was good at the time. The Girls I've Been, I think this is very underrated. I really enjoyed this. The first book in the Inheritance games, and Shady Hollow. So yeah, that's the mystery shelf. I don't know why I've told you all the books on that shelf, because that's not what I'm doing for this video, but hey ho, let's keep going. Then we have the horror shelf. So most of this is the Darren Shan Demonata series. However, we do also have the 2 other horror books that I've read and owned. So those are here. I'm still dipping my toes into horror. I'm still learning what I like, but I'm getting there. I'm figuring it out. Then if we move down, this shelf is my poetry, and then other non-fiction that hasn't been included elsewhere. So yeah, I really like poetry, but I'm still learning what I like, and these are all ones that I've really enjoyed. Like, the ordering of this is kind of enjoyment rating, so like these first 3 here are like top 5 stars, and then like I'd say this group here is probably like 4.5, and then this group here 4, and then this tiny group here less than 4. But like, that's not exact, that might not be my exact ratings, but that's just like vibes and how I feel about them. And then these are some of the non-fiction books that I've read that just don't fit into any of the other non-fiction places on my shelves. Then if we move down, we have this tiny pile of classics. This is another reason why I really need to do my little classic project to see which one I'm going to read, because I've been reading and, you know, like keeping my read books separately for 4 years, and these are all the classics I've read in those 4 years. So I don't read many. I think I need to figure out what I like about them, and I think the problem is I also don't end up liking that many classics. So yeah, I need to figure that out. But let's move down. Our final 2 shelves I will show you together, because these are pretty much anything below young adults. These are all middle grade. However, that's not 100% the case, because for instance the Percy Jackson initial 5 books are there. So when I started the next series, I've also put that book there, even though that book there is technically YA. So it's not a perfect system, but this is pretty much just like books for younger, like children readers, I guess I'd say. So yeah, all of these I would 100% stand by though, because if I don't like a book I don't keep it. So all these are great for younger readers, or yourself if you enjoy reading the younger age categories. And if you haven't read a younger age category and you're thinking of going into it, you could read the Percy Jackson series, because this is now a Disney Plus adaptation. I haven't watched the adaptation yet, but I'm very excited too. Or my favourite middle grade series of all time is Amari and the Night Brothers, especially this first book, Amari and the Night Brothers. Absolutely amazing, 5 stars, like impeccable, yeah, just everything. So yeah, that is the end of those shelves. This is the guardian of the other shelves. Monkey, hello. Okay, and then it's a surprisingly sunny day today, so I'm trying to do this without getting any sun glares. But these are the main shelves, I would say. Like, these are my main shelves that I, you know, gravitate towards, go to. These are fantasy, and then behind the chair is graphic novel. I will move the chair in a moment. But this is essentially an overview of them, I guess. Like, this is what they are standard look like. And the organisation on these shelves, honestly, there is none, because I'm running out of space. I don't have anywhere else to fit shelves. So they are currently just organised how best they fit. And I've managed to get all this space here and quite a bit of space down here. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to continue making more space on the shelves by just changing them around and stacking them up in different ways. But yeah, let's move the chair and go through all the shelves. And this is how it looks without the chair there, so let's get in closer. Okay, so doing the graphic novels first, there are 2 shelves of graphic novels, and they are organised in height order. This is the tallest shelf I have, and some of these really tall graphic novels would only fit on here, so they're just organised in height order. It seemed like the most sensible way. Most of these are series, but there is the odd standalone. These 2 are both standalones, and then these 2 are standalones. That one's a standalone. And I guess these 2 are standalones, but they're actually non-fiction, so like it's a bit different, so I don't know. But yeah, these are the shelves. We've got like T-Dragon, Lord Olympus, Heartstopper, Sad Ghost Club, the Sheet series. I'm hopefully going to finish this series soon. There's only one more book in it, and I know I own it, and I'm so excited about that. And yeah, I really like my graphic novel shelves. They do stay hidden, but because obviously I want to keep them as nice as possible because there's images inside. I don't really mind that they're so hidden, to be honest, because it stops the sun from getting to them. So yeah. Then moving up, this is more fantasy sci-fi overflow from these shelves. So yeah, this is, I don't even know how this is organised. Honestly, I think these are all just the books that stood out to me at the time I was organising. I do know what this is. These are all series that I think I'm going to read more in soon, I think. So yeah, Legends and Lattes, I own the second book, I'm going to read. Airy, own the second book, going to read. Caravel, own the third book, going to read. Every Heart a Doorway, I don't own any more of the books, but I have read 4 more books than what is here, and I do hope to get them. I'm just waiting for them to be on sale, to be perfectly honest. And then I have the 9th book pre-ordered, so that will also go there. And then this series potentially has 2 books coming out this year. I'm not really sure, but I put it there and it looks pretty and I really like the colours, so that's that really. So then I think we need to move over to like the main shelf, and I really like this shelf. It is from IKEA, but it's a different range to the Billy range. I think it's Hemnes, and I just think it looks nice. So yeah, I'm very happy with it, very happy about it. So, up, more series. What are these? I think all except for this here and this one here are completed series. But yeah, these are just series and they're fitting as best as I can. As I said, any books that are here I've enjoyed because I only keep the books that I enjoy. So yeah, moving down we have more. These are more of my YA series. I have like complete. There are technically more Shadowhunter books, so I do own a few of them, but they're not like a big priority for me right now, so I don't imagine having to like rearrange this anytime soon. Then moving down, these are more series, and to be honest, like these ones I will have to start reshuffling because I am actively reading this series. There's another book coming out in this series. I've got another book to add to this series. Graceling is the one missing from here that's on my bedside table. And I own another book in this series that I haven't yet read. So that will need some shuffling. Then we have this shelf here, which is essentially just some of the books that I really enjoyed last year. So these are just some of the books that I really enjoyed in 2023, and that's because when I film, this is the most visible shelf. So I just put some of my favourites here because, yeah, this is the first time I did this about a month ago that I've ever organised my shelves without there being some sort of like order to them. Normally I do alphabetical order and do alphabetical by like genre, but I just don't have the room for that, so this is what we're dealing with. Any suggestions, do let me know, but I think this is the best I can do at the moment. So yeah, we have the Lady of Darkness series, which is my favourite series of 2023, the Crown of Oaths and Curses, which is my favourite book of 2023, the Guild series, the Guild Hunters series, Kingdom of the Wicked and Kingdom of the Cursed. I really enjoyed any of them, but oh, are you helping? Oh, thank you. And then we've got some short little sci-fi novellas there, and then Prince of the Ancients. So yeah, that's that. Moving down to this shelf, we've got a helper. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so honestly these are just the prettier, like more colourful books. I think that is literally how I organise them. So we've got Emily Wilde, A Very Secret Society of Regular Witches, Powerless, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Fortuna Sworn, Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I think the only series that I'm actively like think I'll continue in the next few months is Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and that's fine because I can just keep piling them up here. And then over here we have the Murderbot series. This is the only series that there is no agreement as to where they should live, because this is actually a joint series. Both me and my boyfriend own these together. So, you know, they're on my shelves for now, but we'll see. But yeah, they are under his ugly alarm clock. I hate this alarm clock. Everyone petition for Jay to get a less ugly alarm clock. It's so ugly, Jeff's like, no, you can't see it. Like, it would be horrendous to see. So, yeah, thanks, Jeff. And then the last shelf in here, we have basically like the YA books that I wouldn't necessarily read now, but I really enjoyed at the time. And these are normally hidden by the chair. So we've got like Hunger Games, the Mercy Falls, I think it's called, series, Divergent. And then I am actively reading this series now. It's not as good as I think it would be if I was reading it like 10 years ago, but really enjoying it. I did enjoy the first one. And then we've just got some more books. There's no rhyme or reason. I think these are some of the taller books, so this is one of the taller shelves. I don't think there's any shelves on this book's case here. The hardbacks wouldn't fit, but there are ones that they fit better. And this is one of Jay's books. He's just got the dust jacket here whilst he's reading it because he doesn't know where to keep his dust jackets. Currently there is a nice little space there. So yeah, those are all of my bookshelves. There's not that much to show really, especially when, you know, the actual shelves themselves, like the physical shelves that have been here and been in place, have been here a few years now. There's not that much to show, but I really like my bookshelves and I think they look really nice, honestly. So yeah, I'm very happy with them. I don't think there's anything else for me to add. If there's any other videos you'd like me to do, let me know down below. I do think I'll do a every book on my TBR video again soon, because I did one of those last year and I think it was really helpful. But that's it for now. I'll probably add a little bit of b-roll in at the end, but yeah, those are my bookshelves. Hope you enjoyed this chatty, silly little video and seeing all the books. Yeah, please do give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you want to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye! Am I not moving the chair back today? No. Is it your chair now? Your chair? Okay.